Good morning, everyone. It's October 25th, it's about 5:30. We're back in central Iowa on public land. Conditions are south wind today. Temperature is 30 degrees. We're gonna hike in. We got about a mile to go. Basically, where we're gonna go is go sit in one of the far corners, butt up next to a oak flat where these deer are gonna come back to bed. Hopefully, we can see some action this morning. It's kind of another scouting mission. We're gonna get back in there and hopefully we get some good action this morning. Well, we made it back to the southwest corner of this field. We only bumped one deer coming in, and it was pretty close to the parking lot, so we had some fog roll in this morning, and we saw a couple deer out in the field, but couldn't really make out what they were. And then this valley down below us, we keep hearing the deer blow, but we've checked our wind on multiple occasions, and we should be good. Not really sure what's going on down there. Usually this field is pretty good for some movement along the edges. All we need is one. Looked like it was going in though. Alright guys, we moved across the field to this other corner. It's going to play into our wind a little bit better. The reason we moved is we think we had a little bit of a swirling wind blowing down the valley behind us and might have caused that deer to blow at us, but we never did see it. We just snuck into this corner. On the way over, we checked this timber edge and there's a really fresh scrape line. As we were getting set up, we saw a deer across the field over here, so we're going to sit here for a couple hours. Hopefully something comes by and checks these scrapes. So. Alright, we're gonna pack up and make our way out of here slowly. At least we got some good information coming in here this morning. Over my shoulder we have a really good fresh scrape line. We have something to come back to if we want to come back tomorrow. We did see a few deer. I don't think we got any of it on camera actually, but they are in the area, so hopefully with the cold front that came in today, hopefully we can get deer on their feet and get them moving, and over the next couple of days get them on video and get one to come in for us. We're gonna go make a new game plan for this afternoon, and we got a couple of cameras to check, and there's a piece of private that we want to get see if we can get permission to cross and get into public today. We got a couple things on the agenda. Try to bring as much as we can. Well, we just stopped at the first place. We had two addresses for this private property that would access the public land where we're trying to get. First address happened to be the daughter-in-law of where we needed to go. So the second address was the landowner, and so he did allow us permission to access his land to get where we need to go on this public, which is pretty exciting going forward because now it gives us options for this afternoon, which is what we were really after. He did tell us that the fields that they are planted corn, and I don't believe they're picked yet. His corn isn't picked, so that may present a little bit of a problem for this afternoon. So we'll figure out what we want to do, maybe go get a bite to eat and make a decision what we're going to do this afternoon. Hey, what's up everybody? It's October 25th. It's about 3 o'clock and it's about 55 degrees. We're back in our spot in central Iowa where we did all of our scouting earlier this year. We're set up right along the bedding along this ridge, and these deer like to come out and stage before they go out to the larger ag fields. The beans have just been picked this last week, and all the leaves are dropping from this cold front, so
we're confident we're gonna see some deer today. And we got a better view to get set up on them before they come out. So we're after our split G3 buck that we named V-Twin. But we're confident that there's gonna be a surprise buck too. So we'll see what happens and stick tight. But I think these deer start getting moving about 4:30. So we're pretty excited, pretty amped to be out here. So we had a guy come in on a four-wheeler, had a ambulatory tag, I guess, so we had to pack up and leave. So we kind of made a quick dash, got down to a big bean field, kind of just threw up a set. I'm sitting up in a tree, just literally standing on the branches. Tom's gonna sit below me, and I'll basically tell him if I see something coming, and he can get in position. So we got about an hour and a half of light left. We'll see if we can make something happen. Alright, so like Nick mentioned, we had a buck out of there while we still had some time. But we've hunted this spot before, and there's tons of trails that come out of the same bedding. Right over my shoulder, there's two scrapes, about 15 yards. So, and this is actually where I scouted. This is a 2-year-old buck, but hopefully we can have a 4-year-old or above, or mature buck, come read the script. So hopefully we can make something happen and adapt and overcome and take a positive out of a really bad situation. But I think if we would have stayed there, we would have just wasted our time. So at least this gives us an opportunity and a chance to make something out of nothing.
What's up, everyone? We're at the private access. We're gonna enter through this cornfield and get to a little secluded DNR ag field, if you will. But it's on the opposite side of this valley where we think there's gonna be some big deer held up. And the other side gets heavy pressure. This morning we sat there, we saw 3 does and a spike. And there was some pheasant hunters there as well. Good luck to all those guys, but we're trying to get away from that and try to get on some big deer, and we think this is going to be a ticket for us here in the future. So we're going to plow through this cornfield and make our way in. We're super excited that we're going to get to a spot where I don't think a lot of people go on this public, and as a result we're going to go to a secluded ag field again, get set up, do a hanging hunt, and hopefully drag a big deer out of here. Well, we got to the end of the corn, which is behind us. We're walking up on the public part, and good sign where the fence stops. As soon as the fence stops, there's a really good trail, and there's a scrape right on top of that, or right at the end of it. So we're gonna basically walk in here just a little bit further, and there's a small buffer zone between the DNR corn and the timber edge, and there's a deep ravine. So we want to find a spot up here, hopefully where we can catch both sides of it. But that's what we're looking for right now. So. Set up, and we're on the kind of backside of where we were this morning. This morning was a dud. We had some pheasant hunters come in, and just not much movement, not like we thought. So we had the private access permission, and we plowed through this corn and to get here, and it was quite the walk and quite the carry. But we came into this piece, and it's kind of what we thought. We did some e-scouting, and we have a south wind with our thermals dropping tonight. Should drop right down in this valley. Looks like the deer sign's coming from the east, and there's a scrape line right down this trail. And we've got some wide open shooting out in front of us. So we're pretty excited about this spot. It's probably the best spot we've sat in a long time. So hopefully we get some good deer movement. It's really secluded back here, so we didn't want to disturb this too much. So we're sitting kind of on the edge in the corner at the moment, so but we're ready to go. Morning guys, it's October 27th and it's about 32 degrees. We've been in the stand for about an hour and a half, and right before shooting light we had a mature buck come right down this fence line. He got a little spooked up here where we came in, but he turned around and grunted, and he would stick around for a while, but try to snort wheeze at him and bring it back in. And about that time, 2 does and another mature buck came from our left. And they stuck around for a while, but problem is we just didn't have the light. We couldn't make the shot with the low light, so pretty frustrating, but that's the way it goes sometimes. They just wandered off
hours, so they're not too far away, but it's a good sign to see mature bucks moving. I can throw up, I think. Well, we got down, I don't know, what time is it, 9:30? Yeah, it's 9:35. We got down by 9:20. Walked to the corner to see if this afternoon would be a better set down there, especially with the wind. We walked down there, there's an old ladder stand. Lots of acorns scraped. We saw where they're coming out of the corner of this oak flat. But we didn't see anything that was better than what we had. And we have a better visual where we're at now. So we're gonna leave everything. We're walking back. And we wanna go check this next cornfield up here, which is similar to this setup. And we're at our stand at the bottom. And this stud bug runs up this fence line. Basically as we put our bags down, and we are stuck and frozen. We just got caught off guard, and I had looked down there and didn't see anything, but when I saw him, he was trotting this way, so he was moving pretty good, but we're just getting caught with our pants down time and time again. It's frustrating because I don't feel like it's anything that we're failing to do. It's just a matter of bad timing, I would say, but I just hope we haven't blown this spot out, because that's the third mature buck this morning we've seen. Just gotta stay positive, because I think they're in here. This doesn't get pressured much, so hopefully they'll come back around. What a day it's been so far. We got down because we hadn't seen anything in a couple hours and wanted to check out the corner where these deer are coming out, see if we can catch them. But we're walking back, and we're right below our tree, essentially, getting our stuff ready to go or whatever. And this stud buck just runs down the fence line right at us. Totally catches us off guard. Nothing we could do at all. A little bit of a stare down. He ended up taking off, and as we're contemplating what we did or didn't do right, and there was another deer in the corn as well, and he ran off, so we kind of screwed that up, and I hope we haven't ruined this spot, but both of those deer looked to be different deer than we saw this morning, so that's the one good thing we have for us. And we decided to get back in the tree and just sit it out. Hopefully we get some more action and get another chance, but chances like that become pretty rare after we blow it out.
Peep sight's all wonky. Good thing you did that then. We're headed back in after these big boys we saw this morning. Just got back in the tree stand. Went back to the house and got everything packed up and get ready to go. Got a bite to eat and we're back in the stand. We're only gone maybe 2 hours. Hopefully we can get one of these mature bucks to come back through. The big boy, I doubt he'll be back tonight. We had 2 other mature ones out there this morning that I assume bedded in the timber across from us, so it'd be nice if one of them comes out. Otherwise, we got a really nice ridge and bedding area back here on the corner, so we're really close today.
everybody. We're about out of camera light, so this afternoon was a long sit. We had about 4 does or 2 does and 2 fawns come in. We just had what looked like that 3-year-old come in, and he actually sniffed around where we were at and everything. We're gonna hang out until last light, probably pull these sticks down and leave the stands, but we're hoping we got another mature buck coming out. We'll show you anything else that we get.